On the northern island of Hokkaido, Japan, life moves at a slower pace. Winters are long and heavy with snow. Summers brief and gentle. Many residents live in small communities, and for older people, life can be quiet and solitary. It was here that an 80-year-old woman began speaking with someone new online. Police say that she first made contact with the scammer in July 2025 through social media. He claimed he was an astronaut. Over time, the two continued to develop what police describe as an online relationship, though given her age and living situation, it may not have been a relationship in the conventional sense. For someone who is older and lives alone, even regular conversations online can provide a sense of companionship and connection, and that need for connection can make the interaction feel deeply meaningful. After speaking for a short while, the fraudster told her he was on a spaceship right now. He said the ship was under attack and that he was in need of oxygen. Of course, no astronaut is ever going to need money from a random person on Earth to buy oxygen. Supplies on the International Space Station are carefully monitored and delivered from Earth, and emergencies are handled by mission control, not strangers online. It's obvious, and yet in the moment the story still felt urgent to her. For someone who lives alone, the bond created through repeated online messages can feel very real, and when that bond is threatened, when someone you believe you've come to know says they're in danger, the instinct to help can override all doubts. Police in Hokkaido say the woman was persuaded to transfer around 1 million yen, roughly $5,000. She may have believed that this money would help to save his life. Scammers often request money through methods that can make it hard to trace or recover. Common approaches include direct bank transfers, wire services like Western Union or MoneyGram, prepaid gift cards, or even cryptocurrency. These channels are appealing for fraudsters because once the funds are sent, it's extremely difficult for victims to get them back. The goal is always the same: move the money quickly and create a sense of urgency, leaving little time for the target to pause and question the request. Her age is also relevant. At 80, the internet is not as familiar as it is to younger generations. Online communication can carry extra weight and trust may be easier to give, especially when somebody is feeling isolated. Scammers often target older adults for this reason, knowing that the loneliness and a desire for connection can make people more vulnerable. One way to reduce risk is to verify online contacts early, checking social media profiles, arranging video calls, and avoiding sharing personal or financial information. Awareness and caution are powerful tools for protection. Now, this might seem obvious, but the police confirmed there was no astronaut, no attack, and no need for oxygen. The fraudster took advantage of the lady's trust. Cases like this are part of a wider pattern: romance scams that prey on human vulnerability, creating relationships, attention, and urgency to extract money. It's worth noting that not all requests are so obviously ridiculous. Some scammers ask for help with everyday things: money for food, mobile data, or other small familiar purchases. These requests might seem reasonable at first, but the rule remains the same. If you've never met a person, any request for money is a red flag. Even in person, sending money at the start of a relationship is a serious warning sign. Scammers rely on the human desire to help and connect, exploiting trust before it's truly earned. Other signs to watch for include urgency, secrecy, inconsistent stories, and requests to use unusual payment methods. Recognizing these early can prevent emotional and financial harm. For the woman in Hokkaido, the loss was both financial, about $5,000, and emotional. Beyond the money, there is the sense of betrayal and understanding that somehow she trusted somebody who was not who they claimed to be. That emotional wound can linger long after the scam itself is over. Families and friends can play a key role in prevention. Talking openly about online relationships, encouraging questions, and sharing stories like this one are some of the most effective ways to protect loved ones from falling victim to scammers. Another approach is to teach elderly relatives how to use AI tools safely. For example, pasting suspicious messages into trusted AI assistants such as ChatGPT to get guidance or a second opinion. This allows them to verify the legitimacy of messages and requests without feeling embarrassed or pressured to discuss it directly with somebody, giving them a private, safe way to make informed decisions. Now that you've heard this story, it may be worth taking a moment to reflect. How would you feel if this happened to your parent, grandparent, neighbour, or friend? Loneliness and trust can make anyone vulnerable, and the impact of a scam can be devastating both emotionally and financially. Whilst the story of an astronaut needing money for oxygen seems utterly ridiculous, this is a true story, and it's proof that people do fall for these situations. And even if you know that your friends, your neighbours, your parents, your grandparents wouldn't fall for the astronaut story, what might they fall for? Might they fall for the military romance scam? Might they fall for somebody asking them for food? It's worth noting that not everybody experiences the internet in the same way, and not everybody reasons in the same way. So whilst I know that I would not myself fall for the astronaut scam, and I feel like I'm pretty scam proof, you just don't know. And thinking of older family members, older people that I know, I don't think that everybody that I know is scam proof. Sharing this video with the people that you care about, especially older family members or those new to online life, is one way to help keep them safe and aware of these kind of scams.